Welcome to Global League Week 9. I'm starting off here with my glide skip paradigm. This is the clutch up layout. This paradigm, I'm really just trying to hit that gap, but it slides far enough up here, it has me thinking. I had no plan of running this. If you saw my previous videos, you see I did decide to recently. I make a decision. It's at 112, a 3 tailwind. I kind of was out there. I really didn't want to go long. So if my miss needed to be short, it was. But starting with a birdie, never a terrible way to start. This line I got very recently. I learned developed by John. Take that glide, water, skip, drive, default aim, just a little bit of Anheuser, and you're coming up there nice. Nice to have a default aim line. I was messing around a lot. I was having a lot of trouble with this, even just yesterday. But seeing that one wind made me confident going for that one over, getting the water skip. Pioneer Bay with this wind is tricky. I take the turn glide and try and sneak through this gap. I didn't give it anywhere near enough hyzer and hit, basically it's my par tree. If I hit that tree, I don't have a good safe shot at the green. Sure, a glide roll drive might get there, but it might also leak OB. So I'm just taking my accurate roll harp, lay up here, try to get the throw in, see if I can save the birdie that way. But once I hit that first tree, I accepted par, and I'm really okay with that. And Global League is a very different style of play than multiplayer. The pars on tough holes, it's okay. I can really accept that happens, and it's no big deal. That in multiplayer can be devastating. You lose there. But in Global League, not so much. Here I'm taking the glide skip paradigm. This hole has given me some fits recently. Yeah, I way overturned it. Just hoping I don't skip OB like I did, I think last week or 2 weeks ago in Global League. Luckily I didn't. So I take my accurate glide warship, just throw it up to the base for the tap-in birdie. Basically a tap-in birdie. And take the birdie there. Birdie on ENSO holes, especially in Global League, not bad. Never going to be a complaint for her birdie on any of the tougher ENSO holes. Here's Heron Woods 8. I really like this throw in if I'm 200 feet out, pretty much exactly, as long as there's not that 2 wind, which there is right now. The 2 pushing tailwind has me a little bit nervous. Gonna line it up, give us a little bit less than the 200 feet of power. It's online. I'm feeling great, but it's just short. Again, it's okay. It's not OB, and it's a birdie. Birdie is points, scoring is good. Move forward. Here on Northern Lights 4, I started to work on seeing if I can get a glide roll a glide roll rive up there a little bit further to have a backhand musket throw in. Because if you get to that drop zone, it's pretty much default aim musket. I'm a lot less confident this side, but there's a lot of room as long as I don't hit that tree. Okay, very lucky there, sneaking by that tree. But I did make it by, come in for the putt, and taking that birdie. Lots of bonus strokes available in this layout. See, I'm not getting many of them. Frozen Valley 5 has been, again, giving me trouble too in being able to get the eagle. The birdie isn't usually a problem, but the eagle is tough. Left this a little bit tight. If I gave that just probably a quarter disc of Anheuser instead of a straight pull back, probably went right up there under the basket. That's a great wind to get there. My throw-in is just a bit high, 140 out with an awkward aim for me above the basket rather than on the basket. It's really not something I'm comfortable with, so I'm kind of a throw-in hope to get sort of close. Unfortunate skip off the top of the basket, but a 75-foot throw-in to save the birdie. Again, not bad. Happy with the birdie. I'd really like to get a sunshine glade hole. I line up the top chevron on top of the basket, slide left to that tree, and try and get as straight of a pullback as I can. I got that straight pullback, but that's just the wobble. Playing the wobble is really not something I'm skilled at or do much of aside from the shorter throw-ins. But again, taking the birdie could have been bad here. Could have had a bad skip long and rushed the throw-in and taken par. Birdie, never a complaint. All right, here's an opportunity to get an eagle. Take the accurate glide sapphire forehand off the tee. It's the off the tee approach I learned from Dan. Now Dan takes his Zeus here. I take the paradigm. Goes aim low, a little bit of hyzer, and this is the perfect gap. This is where I'm trying to hit and slide up there. That was a lot less ground play than I usually get coming in there. Usually a very icy green, but 93 feet, slightly uphill. I have no reason to not run it through with that 100 feet of power. Should be able to get this eagle to close out the first round. Yes. Oh, yes. Nice close out the first round with an eagle. Minus 10. I take that screenshot in case there's problems. Very happy with minus 10. Minus 40, I feel I was on track for a great round. Going in here to round 2, all Northern Lights. Middle chevron on top of that rock, and hyzer just over the top of the sign. I didn't quite give it enough, but still bounces down okay. I'm actually kind of glad I didn't get further to the right. I don't feel super confident with that throw in, so it's nice to not even have that decision to make. Just take the accurate roll, harp, toss it up there to putt in for the birdie. As you heard me say many times, birdie's fine. If I went birdie on all 9 holes, all 4 rounds, it's minus 36. Minus 36, very respectable. Here I'm going to take my accurate roll musket, slide a little bit to the left, give it some hyzer to pop up there. As long as I'm not too far to the right and behind that stupid branch that blocked out the basket, I'm okay here. Tossing the birdie. Let's get Northern Lights 3. And it was really a tricky one. This pushing wind has me nervous about going deep for my second shot. So I'm going to take a little bit off of the first shot and try and stop a bit sooner than that would have pushed me. I got really high up on this hill, usually going accurate glide sapphire again, but high up on the hill and the pushing wind, I'm disking all the way down to my accurate roll musket. Typically a disc down here is the accurate roll sapphire. The musket, Global League, I wanted to be extra safe. Musket is at 120. This is one where I had to have the confidence in myself. 120 foot, wouldn't feel good laying that up. I was able to sink it. It could have been a devastating miss, but I had to be confident enough at 120 feet. I took enough pars on NL3 this Global League season. Back here on NL4, see me taking the sapphire again. Just don't want to hit that first tree. Good, I'm past it. You'll see the same play as last time. Take that glide, roll, rive, up way wide around the left, just to miss that tree. It should be up there by the basket for the birdie. There we go. Sometimes these branches get in the way. Luckily, I can just easily slide around them and take that putt in. All right, coming to Northern Lights 5. I like to take my fuse here and aim the middle chevron right around that light. Come to a straight pullback. Ideally, I'm sliding right up that middle gap. Even if I hit this tree that I just went by, I got about an 80-footer for throwing. So this feels like it's a very safe line. I've never gone OB long. Sometimes in that left to right wind, I might get caught up on the right side and have a little bit of trouble behind those trees, but not usually. This is a very simple straight pullback with the musket. Only I didn't adjust enough for the wind. This was a very silly par that I'm about to take. There's really no reason I should have parred that hole. I just need to give that musket a little bit of Anheuser. But I'll take the par, accept and move on. You got to have a short memory in Global League to keep playing safe. If you try to make up strokes, that's when you start having a lot of problems. NL7, sure, an eagle opportunity. Not even really going to go for it aggressively. I'm going to take my glide skip rive off the tee, then my glide water skip, so basically glide ground play rive, way up here to the right. If I get within 270 or so, I have a good chance of making this with my accurate glide sapphire. 280, I'm going to throw the same shot anyway. Get there. Oh, yep, 270 would have done it. Would have taken that fun eagle. Would have been nice to get that in Global League. But I didn't. That's okay. Again, taking that birdie. My goal was -9 for Northern Lights. -8 could be okay still. This is a tough wind. I used to take that right gap, which is closed off now, or a lot harder now with the new collision added in. But I'm going to take that turn glide rive. I like to have this pushing forward and not get behind those houses to the right. The greatest shots go straight down that alley and keep going. That one didn't. That's okay. I got the accurate roll musket, the pushing wind. It's going to hyzer up there for me. Might have been able to do accurate wind to get a little bit of ground play, but that's okay. 70 feet is not a problem to make the throw and take the birdie. Very happy with birdie here. When I saw that wind, I was ready to accept par on this hole. That would have been completely okay. Here on 9, got that left to right wind, so I take my Accurate Glide Sapphire and aim for this gap over here. The roll rive often gets me by that snowplow, and I have almost no shot. The Sapphire, if it gets through okay, sneaks up for here, this 50 to 60 foot throw in. Very nice. Ending with -8. A really disappointing hole on Northern Lights 5. That's really an easy hole. Should never be passing up, but I did. That's okay. Taking the -8 and moving on. Round 3, starting out with windswept. This is random holes that come together. I'm just taking my accurate wind musket, aim it low. My goal here is just to be within putting range of the basket. I'm not ace running this at all. Just don't even want to take the risk of going long and missing that throw in. Gets bad real quick if you go OB. This is a big pushing wind, so I'm going to aim that warship a little bit higher than I usually do. Hopefully catch some trees. Again, windswept. My only goal is to get close to the basket. I got it. Should be able to putt in here for the birdie. Yep, starting birdie on windswept. Not much that can go wrong. Well, actually, a lot can go wrong if you get far away. If you play it safe, not much can go wrong. Here's a line I learned very recently since the change. I'm going to take my accurate roll harp that cut a lot closer to that tree than I was hoping it would, but just going low and straight, ignore the branches, a 42-foot putt, that's great. That wind can be tricky, especially with the new collision up on the tree, if you don't get in close enough. Enzo Fi has been kicking my butt this Global League. I think it took par 3 times on it already, so I'm going to take a little bit of power off. Just make sure I don't go long. I'm planning to play this for birdie all along. If I happen to get great down there really close, I'll do it. This roll sometimes, no good roll. 130 feet, see what's the best way around these reeds. It's going to be over here. I have no qualms doing this again. Too many pars I took here with strong winds. So with the strong wind and Enzo 5, very, very happy with a birdie. That feels like a win to me right there. But that also means we have 2 more Enzo holes coming. Enzo 2, I love this hole. Take my glide skip Paradigm, top chevron on that tree, and a straight pull back. The Paradigm does all the work here for me. Pulls to the right, gets a nice skip up there. I think it's probably about 70 feet to throw in. 70 feet of power is what I'm going to give it for the 56-foot throw in. Fun eagle. I'm always happy to see Enzo 2 come up, especially in a calm wind. Very easy. Okay, Enzo 8. Some fits for me here lately. I used to have this great with the glow breaker. The Paradigm sometimes pulls too far to the right there, but it looks like I got this one just perfect. Get a good skip up there. Looking good. 80 feet. I'm going to go plus 20 of power for this elevation. So throw it about 100. Yes! That's feeling good. Got some nice eagles letting me pad this round a little bit. Help make up for that misstroke. Coming in here to Frozen Valley. This is Frozen Valley 3. Yep, Frozen Valley 3. Normally I'd take the turn glide rive and go for the ice. I decided to try to play this safe. Almost really messed that up, playing it safe. But I'd seen some scores coming in on the UDisc scorecard round scorecards, showing some really big numbers here. And I saw some people talking about getting risky trying to clear the water. Without saying what hole it was, but I saw some talk of getting risky and taking big numbers. So I made sure I was going to play that one safe. I was very happy with birdie there. Here in Frozen Valley 9, so the line I got from Bagger from Hops and Heiser a while ago. Get up wide. I didn't quite give it enough hyzer to get a good attack on it on the pin, but the disc is still sliding down here pretty well. And I line up it's about 212. I don't really know how much distance to give this. Go like 160? No, 180 probably would have done it. That's okay there. Again, with without a one wind or a helping wind, a birdie here is keeping up with the field. It's not going to be very many eagles happening on Frozen Valley 9 there. What's our last Frozen Valley? Frozen Valley 3. Thank you, Aaron Christensen. I got this. The Psycho Line people called it now. Get down low, off to the right, and turn that glide roll rive over, slide on the ice, and get right up on that shelf. Great. Occasionally a dead skip just kills that, or a straight skip rather on the ice kills that, but I got the putt. That's a great finish to eagle. -12. That round feels very good, especially for Global League. Anything over -10 on a round feels like a great round. Coming in here now to round 4. I know that -10 would have me in a good spot. So back here on Frozen Valley 3, this one I'm going to take that turn glide drive. Aim to slide on this ice when I get up there. Come on back over a little bit. This is looking really good. Let's see how far out I have here for this throw-in. 82 feet. 82 feet headwind, about 50 feet of power. Is on the elevated as well. Cool. Again, I would have been very happy with a birdie there. For any of these Frozen Valley par 4s, birdie's okay in Global League. Coming to Ikigai Springs, hole 8. Top chevron down low, accurate glide sapphire with a straight pullback. This is a must-get eagle now, especially Global League and multiplayer as well. Any level of play right now with one wind on ENSO 8. This is a must eagle there, and I was able to get that, so that's feeling good. I'm shooting for -10 this round, so starting down -4 after 2 feels great. Crow's Nest 9, I'm going to take my accurate roll musket, get to the shelf over here on the left. This is around the spot I'm aiming. I want to be around 200 feet out just to keep it consistent. I got 200 feet, but unfortunately, I don't have a good look around these cliffs. So normally this is a musket full send for me. Instead, I'm just going to take the warship, get it up there, kind of a half bid. I don't really know that shot at all to try and make it. Excuse me. It doesn't happen too often, so my goal was getting it up there for birdie. I was able to do that. Moving on here. Hole 4, coming back to Northern Lights 4. Seen this hole a lot today. Get down here with the sapphire. I think this one might get a little bit more slide with that tailwind. Yes. So now instead of going backhand with that glide roll rive, I'm going to take accurate roll musket, slide it around the right side here. Probably could have gone accurate roll sapphire, given that a little bit more of a scare in the basket. But I really don't want to hit that guardian tree right before the platform and end up in a terrible position or worse OB. ENSO 4, again, coming down low. Remember last time I missed right, and this time I'm going to miss left. Just please hit something and don't go OB. Thank you. No. Okay, thank you, tree. 162. In multiplayer, I try to run that. Here in Global League, I'm just going to take that glide hope, throw it up to the base, take the birdie. Be a nice bonus eagle to get, but that's never an expected eagle, especially for me here. KB2. I did not like to see this wind coming in. I'm going to take the forehand drive, try to just go way around the corner. Left it so far short. Come on, sneak through. Looking good. Oh, no. Oh, those rocks killed it. Could have been the eagle there. That's okay. 413 isn't too bad, especially in this helping wind. I'm going to take the accurate roll sapphire, hit a little bit more tree than I was hoping for. I thought this would be nice and close to the basket, almost for a tap-in. Trees held it short to 71 feet, which really isn't bad. I should be able to make this for birdie. This one was a bummer. That was a lost stroke. I should have been able to get around that corner safely. Should have just thrown that a little bit wider off the tee. Back to Sunshine 3. You saw my play last time. Line up on the basket, slide left. And look at that. The same miss. Maybe someday I'll learn from my mistakes. But again, okay with a birdie. Birdies are good, with my goal on this last round being -10. It looks like I'm happy to finish out birdie. I'd be at -11. That's great. All right, this one on Northern Breeze. I don't remember which hole this is. If it's a left to right wind there, I'm taking this accurate glide sapphire around the left. Looking good. If it's a left to right, I'm going to be taking an accurate roll sapphire around the right side. But this one I was able to slide up okay. Any birdie, I got my -10. So going to the last hole, it looks like I should have a good opportunity to even get another eagle to finish it out strong. I'd be happy if it was even birdie ended up. But I'm going to aim that glide, water skip, arrive low, slide around the left side here. As long as I miss that tree and the big rock, should have a good shot. 75 feet uphill. I'm going to throw it about 95 of power. Let's see. Got it. Great. So finish at -12 when my goal was -10. That feels honestly wonderful. I feel like I had a great round, a great week this week in Global League. We'll see where my score is at in a little bit, but hopefully this holds up, keeps me at the top. I'm sitting 6th overall in the Global League standings right now. This should be a good enough score to at least not drop down unless one of the guys around me does crazy well. And just reward for it, I'm going to take that Glide Grace. I don't really care that much. But looks like I got 12, and 12 is 24, plus 18 is 42. Yeah, 42 there. So I'm going to go over and check the standings, see where 42 has me sitting. So as of right now, looks like 42 has me sitting at 5th. Yep, there we go. 42 at 5th place. Reese at 46 after a phenomenal first round. If I remember correctly, Reese was -15 on that first round. Quick review of my cards first round. 10, 8, and then 12 and 12. Very happy. Now I get to spend the rest of the weekend watching the scoreboard and hope I don't drop down too low.